Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. Emmerdale Tom return hints, Coronation Street exit outcome, Hollyoaks Christmas plot. In this week's biggest soaps news, Emmerdale star James Chase spoke about the chances of a future return for evil Tom King after his dramatic trial. Elsewhere, Coronation Street's John Thompson and Emmerdale's Claire King both dropped some big hints about their Christmas storylines during morning TV appearances. Did you miss any soap gossip this week? Don't worry, as we're on hand with our regular Sunday roundup of the biggest stories from the past 7 days. Emmerdale aired Tom King's long-awaited comeuppance this week as he was found guilty of assault and coercive control at his trial. The villain was sentenced to 3 years in prison, which naturally raised questions about whether he could reappear in the show sooner, rather than later. Asked about the possibility in his exit interview, James Chase, who played Tom, replied, "I think, with good behavior, he's only going to get something like 16 to 18 months, which is crazy. But I think it would depend where they would want to go with the character, because there are many different avenues you could go with it. They could make it that Tom potentially had got even worse, and hasn't changed at all. Perhaps he could hate Belle even more for it. Or if he did go the other way and finally did realize the terrible things he's done, and perhaps did actually start to try to become a better man." Emmerdale legend Claire King shared some good news for Kim Tate fans this week, confirming that the Queen of Home Farm will survive the Christmas period. Storm clouds have been gathering as Kim has 3 enemies who are all currently plotting to give her the Christmas from hell. But whatever happens during the festive season, her future is secure for now. Appearing live on This Morning this week, Claire was asked whether this could be Kim's last Christmas. Giving a very precise answer, Claire confirmed that she's definitely still filming as she laughed. "Well, my contract runs out in June, and if they decide to keep me on, and I decide to accept, then I might be here longer." Coronation Street star John Thompson also went live on ITV Daytime this week, promoting Gail Rodwell's exit episodes. John's character Jess Chadwick is due to marry Gail on Christmas Day, but show bosses have warned of some last-minute uncertainty over whether they'll make it down the aisle. Asked to tease what's in store, John replied, "Well, obviously I can't give too much away. As it's a soap, it would be ridiculous for a wedding to go smoothly. That just doesn't happen. There has to be jeopardy, and there is. Gail has had quite a catalogue of disasters in the past. I would like to think Jesse actually saves the day for Gail's exit. EastEnders brought back Mickey Miller for 2 episodes earlier this month, and it may not be the last that we've seen of him." Joe Swash, who plays Mickey, told OK Magazine this week, "If they wanted me to go back in, that would be something I'd think about. But I've got a big family, so it would have to suit me and all of us, ultimately. Soaps are quite full-on, and I have quite a young family at the moment." Hollyoaks drops its 6-episode Christmas and New Year box, set on Channel 4 streaming on Monday, December 23, with the McQueen family taking center stage. Myra and Nana return for the festive season after a frantic phone call from John Paul, who's worried about Mercedes following her recent cancer diagnosis. Digital Spy recently caught up with Nicole Barber-Lane, who plays Myra, for an exclusive chat about the episodes. She told us, "Myra comes back because John Paul tells her, 'Mum, you need to get back here, we need you. Get on the next plane, it's an emergency.' So that's what Myra does, she doesn't need telling twice. John Paul doesn't explain the situation, so Myra and Nana come back to find out what the emergency is. When Myra sees how unwell Mercy is, it's a big shock."